5 managers, 2 relegations, 2 administrations, a move from their home stadium and a total of 37 points deducted in 3 years. Pardon the pun, but Rotherham United have been through the mill more than most. But with new owner Tony Stewart on board, Millers fans are hoping for third time lucky.
We have got to get back into Rotherham within 4 years, playing in a stadium in Rotherham. So we've got to keep the momentum for that going.
Yeah. I think the problem is, we've been there twice before, you see, this is the third time. And I think we hope that the new regime, if you like, that they're behind it and they're, you know, but I think the ordinary supporters still to be convinced, don't you?
This is a more slow process, which ultimately might be better, and it's a good solid foundation from which to move on to.
I think while we're doing well on the pitch, I think everything's honky-dory. We've been very high pro. There's been a number of articles in the various media on how well we're doing. Now we managed to overcome this adversity and we've got a siege mentality here and all the rest of it. But I think at the end of the day, the ordinary supporter, it's results that matter. That's my view anyway. What do you think?
And the price of his pie as well, isn't it?
It's gonna be rough, so rough, but we're gonna make it.
They've had their best start to a league campaign in 10 years, and a win today would put them in positive points. At last, some happy faces at Rotherham.
There's a lot to smile about, and we hope the footballing gods are going to smile on us a little bit more than they have done in the past. We've withstood that 37-point deduction. We've wiped off 35 of them so far. Once we get over that 37, I think you'll see a real surge of positivity, even more than we've got now.
Where's this run of form come from?
I really don't know. It's almost a rebirth, as Mark said, after we'd beaten Sheffield Wednesday at Hillsborough on penalties. I mean, that was a cathartic moment. You know, we equalised in the 119th minute and then beat them on penalties, and Sheffield Wednesday are our big local rivals. And I think that lit the fire, and we've carried on.
The Millers Trust held a fans forum midweek and showed that their club is united by name, united by nature.
It's a good place to be at the moment. We've got to make sure that we keep that momentum going. The results on the pitch help, but even so, we need that support to drive this thing through. And you know, if you look back sort of 3 or 4 months ago, there nearly wasn't a Rotherham United.
Do you feel that this is a turning point now, both on the pitch and off?
It has to be. Yes, we're quietly optimistic, because every time we get optimistic with Rotherham United, we end up getting kicked.
If we can get into positive on Saturday, I think it'd be a big...
With 38 games left, you're 15 points off the playoffs. You'd say to yourself, well, that's still a reasonable chance of getting the playoffs, wouldn't you? You know, if you can look at it positively, there's still plenty of scope there for this team to do very well. Fingers crossed.